All the great street food. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for our special guest tonight? Make some noise.
Woo!
Very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stage now, we're very honored to have our special guest here tonight. Not only is he an innovator in his craft, he is also an award winner and the husband of late great Selena. Please give it up for Perez. Everybody make some noise.
What's up, everybody?
Chris, I just, first off, just want to say a huge thank you, and obviously the thousands in attendance tonight shows how much we love Selena just like you did, and it's a big honor for you to be here tonight, so thank you.
Well, I want to say thank you to everybody that came out. I mean, there's a line of people over there that I've been meeting and taking pictures with and signing things and whatnot, and thanking me for being here. But I feel like what's more important is you guys that come out and support and keep her name and her memory and her legacy alive, because it's you guys that, I mean, she'd be so happy, you know, feeling all the love that I'm feeling over there from you guys, and I just want to say thank you.
Well, I haven't had chills quite like this at a live event in a long time, so let's just start off. You were a musician long before you met Selena, but where were you in your career when you first encountered her? Where were you career-wise? Where were you in your own headspace when you first met her?
Man, I was about 18 years old. Wow. And, you know, being 18 and knowing everything in the world already, right? So, it was so... I mean, for lack of a better way to put it, I mean, you know, just not knowing what we were about to embark on. It felt like all the work had already been done, you know, as an 18-year-old. But to go through everything and to have, you know, her by my side, we started the band, you know, just back in the day, we did shows where, like, sometimes nobody would show up, you know, when we first started out. And, give each other the pep talk of like, all right, there might only be 6 people here, 8 people here, but we're still going to go up, and, you know, we're going to do all 3 sets, and we're going to give it everything that we had, and luckily everything worked out for us. Every time we went back to that town or that city, there was a lot more people.
It just grew and grew from there.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. It was almost like it took on a life of its own.
Right.
But it was a lot of hard work that we put into it, and especially her. She took a lot of pride in what she did.
It came through in the music. And obviously, so many fans of the film here have probably seen it the very first time you're introduced in the film, or your character is introduced in the film. It's an audition. It's an action audition scene where you play a riff for her father. Is that something that actually happened? Did you audition to be in the band like that, or?
I auditioned without being told I was auditioning. It was more like they showed up to an event that I was playing, and Amy was apparently looking for another guitar player at that time. So he had heard about me in another band that I was playing in, and he went and he saw me. And so yeah, I was doing all the crazy, fancy stuff that looks cool, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that part of the movie, when I went, it was the only time that I ever actually showed up on set.
So you showed up on set for the filming only one day, from what I remember you telling me, right?
Yeah, it was one day that, you know, it was really, that time for me was it was a little, it was hard.
Understandable.
You know, to go and to walk, to know that I was going to walk into a world no longer existed at the time for me, and to relive going through all that, the scenes and things like that. So, but what happened was I showed up Was hanging out, talking to John, the actor who played me in the movie.
John Cena, yeah.
Yeah, and we're still super tight. Go to Chicago all the time. We see each other.
Wait a second, hold on. You're super tight with the guy who played you.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
It was weird because when we made the movie, we were already creating a bond, of being really, really friendly with each other. I don't see how that couldn't have happened. You know what I mean? For me, the type of person that I am, the type of person he is, we're a lot alike. And we came to figure that out really quickly. And I couldn't be prouder and happier for the role that he played in the movie, how he did it, and what he's gone on to do. He's in Chicago PD now, and Chicago Fire, and all these. Yeah. This dude runs Chicago. I went to go visit him, and it's just funny. But
so there's a guitar scene where your character's auditioning, and you showed up on the day that they were actually going to film that scene.
Yeah, I still don't know if that was a coincidence. They like set me up for that.
Yeah, because you arrived at September 16th at 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Because they made it feel like I decided when I wanted to go, so I don't know if they were waiting for me to get there. But anyway, so I got there, and said hi to everybody. Then they were talking about this scene, and if they were, well, what kind of music are we going to put to it? Chrissy's a quote-unquote a rocker, so we have to have some of that going on. And then they all looked at me like, and I heard the record scratching my head, right? And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, what's going on? What are y'all thinking? They're like, you could do the part. And I said, I could do the part. Like what? Like this, play the guitar. And so I'm like, and the only reason that I agreed to do it at the time was because John, the actor who was playing me, I actually loaned him the guitar that I recorded a lot of her hits with. Amor Prohibido, Bitty Bitty Bom Bom. That exact guitar I loaned to him.
So that's in the movie that we're seeing. That's the guitar that he's playing in the audition scene, or that you're playing in the audition scene. So you don't actually see his face; you see your magical fingers going.
Yeah,
and that's
you'll see it here in a minute, the scene. But it's like whatever he was wearing in the scene, I'm gonna say it's a cut off like a Jose Cuervo shirt and all these bracelets and things like that. So they're putting all this stuff on me, and I'm like, well, we don't have an amp here. What am I going to play through? Right, a guitar amp. And they found one.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, they found one. And then we plugged in my guitar, and the first thing that I played is what you hear in the movie, which is the close-up of my hands. Mm-hmm. So you see John say the space, and then you see my hands doing all this stuff. And that was recorded live in the room, and they went ahead and used that for the movie. So it was...
wow.
And just a side note, so I started giving John guitar lessons at the time. They were making the movie, and he stuck with it, and he's actually gotten pretty good. As you guys know, he can play some guitar.
He's no Chris Perez. I just want to point that out.
He's good. He's good.
So obviously, as you can see, 20 years later, the film has still inspired a younger generation of musicians. Her music, your music, has inspired many generations of music. How would you like her legacy and your legacy of the music to go on? What would you? Is there something in the film that you've seen that you're like, that really encapsulates the whole feeling of the moments you had together, or is there a moment that really defines your time that you guys had to spend?
Yeah, there's one scene in the movie where I feel like, it's one thing. I mean, I know not everybody has the opportunity to get a part of their life turned into a movie. So it's really weird to see that on the screen. Like, it wasn't the way you saw it through your own eyes. But there's one scene in the movie that I have to say, like, they got that right. As far as the way it seemed to me and what the actors bringing out, what was going on in the room. And it was a scene where John Seda comes over, or actually Selena comes over to the hotel, and we end up talking about getting married and telling her, but you deserve to have the wedding that you want.
Your family there.
I think the reason that scene, for me, feels so real like when it happened is because I actually got into detail when I was dealing with John and telling him how I felt and what was said in that scene, and Jen as well, and they nailed it. And so when that scene in particular, I went to the debut of the movie, the red carpet and everything, but I don't remember any of it. It was almost autopilot. It was super difficult to sit through, and I don't even think I even looked at the screen. I was just kind of sitting there, and hearing people getting emotional around me. It was a strange thing. It was hard to deal with. So I don't remember that, and I recently watched it, and that was the scene. The day that we decided to run off and get married, that would be the one scene. You asked me to pick one.
It is a beautiful scene. It's perfect because in the face of all the popularity and everything going on and all the pressure from her family, you guys still chose to do that out of love, and it truly is a wonderful story. We wanted to do something special because we heard it was your birthday a couple days ago, so we have access to a few thousand people. So we were wondering, guys, can you help me sing Happy Birthday to Chris, everybody? Can we do that?
Yes!
It's actually also
I wish I could see everybody.
Yeah, no, we got him out there. We'll get him in a second. It's also the owner, one of the owners of Street Food Center. It's actually her birthday too, Heather. It's her birthday too, so it's gonna be in spirit for her as well. But we're gonna sing it to Chris on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you.
They all sound beautiful. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad to be here for another year, and the last year, I mean, everybody's life, I understand, we have our ups and downs, but I'm just happy to still be around and to be able to share moments like this with you guys.
On a personal note from everybody here, we couldn't be more thankful that you shared so much of yourself with the rest of the world, the music, all the time you spent with Selena, the time you spent with us tonight. I think our attendance shows her legacy, your legacy will go on forever. So thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you again, everybody, for coming out and, doing this for Selena. She'd be beyond happy. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Perez. Without further ado, the 20th anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, your film, Selena.
I'm at the Hano.
Yeah, you're going ahead.
Hey, Chris.
Hey! Oh yeah, poquito.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This time, take a picture with the CC photo. 1, 2, 3.
You're gonna have to go clean it up.
So I have a question. So there's so many concerts that you've done, and I think that Selena loved to design the band members' outfits as well. So
We got really busy.
yeah. So which outfit did you like wearing, and which outfit did you like seeing her wearing?
Which outfit did I like wearing?
Yeah. Or memorable, the most memorable outfit.
Probably the one where we were all wearing different things, but it had to be black. The one thing I would always wear was almost like there was a leather pants, and I would wear my boots, but then I had like the overall type thing.
Yeah.
And I would unbutton it and it would just hang down.
Yeah.
That was the most comfortable. I think I was wearing it in the first.
Which one did you hate the most?
Ooh, there was a few of those. Was it the cowboy one?
The Vacas?
I wouldn't say hate. I would say I was just uncomfortable in them. You know what I mean?
What about the cow print one?
So what happened?
Funny enough, I thought those were okay, but not necessarily because of how they look, but because of how they fit. Because we bought our clothes, right?
Yeah.
We bought our own stuff.
Yeah.
So it fit the way I wanted it to fit. But then they went and they put the cow print and stuff on it. But as long as
alterations on them.
yeah, it felt good as long as I didn't see myself, in a mirror or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no. So which outfit do you like seeing her in? Or which one do you think that she?
All of them.
All of them.
Going on stage, she always looked amazing. So it really didn't matter which outfit, she made them all look good.
Yeah. And then did she really make them all in the bus, or did she have like her seamstress like help her? Eventually.
Eventually we had help.
Yeah.
But she did make a lot of hers.
Yeah.
Mostly her. She made a lot of them by
Yeah.
her.
It's
Well, she used to love making belts.
Yeah.
And I remember taking her to leather places like one called Candy.
Okay.
And she used to go and buy and get like this. I don't know what is it, tube of I don't know what it was called.
And the glue, like the glue gun?
No, it was like a tube.
Okay.
Almost like a tube case. It was a heavy glue. That's what she would do.
Oh yeah, grommets. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for meeting me. Do you mind signing my shirt?
Just a hobby.
Just a hobby.
This is like my fourth time. The wax lunch, the Selena thing. Your first tour,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you again so much.
Have a good rest of the night.
There you go. All right.
Finally, I'm sorry. I'm taking my time.